What's up guys, Bryce here. We're back at it again for another video, and in this video I'll be going over spec maps in iRacing. I know this is really complicated, but I'll be going over this in a really simple way so you can learn easily. We're going to be taking this car and turning it into this. Spec maps can really change a lot on how the car looks, so let's get right into this video. First thing you're going to do, actually decide what you want the car to look like. I already have an idea in mind. I want this red to be metallic, this black to be matte, and the white to be a complete chrome color, and then have the decals just kind of shiny so they stand out from the actual body of the car. So the first thing we want to do is we want to open up this custom spec map folder. Looking at this at first glance, it might look very confusing, but I'm going to simplify this. It's really simple once you kind of learn the basis of it. Blue channel, I usually delete that, and what you're going to do first, all of your decals, you want to merge them into one layer unless you want them to be all different. The only decal I have for tutorial purposes is the Evolution Racing. So for tutorial purposes, I only have one decal. So what you're going to do is say these are your decals, shift click, control E, merge them all together into one layer. Duplicate them. Well, before you merge, make sure to duplicate them. And then you're going to drag your decals into the red metallic channel. Then what you're going to do, take your car patterns that we discussed in the last video, duplicate them, don't merge these, and you're going to put this into the red metallic channel. Once you have basically everything in this channel, you can turn everything off. So what you should have in here is the decals and the paint. Then you can turn this on. Open up, ignore this, open up this red metallic channel, make sure the parts are at the top, make sure the decals are underneath the parts, and then now what you're going to do is you are going to rename, I like to rename these based on what I want it to be. These are the decals, this is going to be metallic, this is going to be chrome, and this is going to be matte, and it just makes it really easy to keep track of what colors that you want. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna leave a download link for this in the description so you can download this, but you're going to look at this image that I have right here, which is the spec map guide. The spec map guide is super useful because this is going to be able to show you what you want your car to look like, and you can use it as a guide to get an idea of how metallic you want it and roughness. So right now we're just going to be focusing on the metallic. Just focusing on the metallic for now. That's why this is the red metallic channel and the roughness. Worry about the metallic for now. These images are actually pretty useful. So this is matte and this is metallic. And this ball and this cube is a visual representation of what no metallicness looks like, if that's what you want to call it, and full metallic, so matte metallic. So we're going to look at this. We want the red to be metallic, which is, we want this, at least, you know, in my opinion, I'm going to want this around in the middle of 7 and 8 because I don't want it fully metallic. I kind of want it in the middle. So in the middle of 0.7 and 0.8, so that would be 75 in Photoshop. And this is the white and black scale. This scale right here in Photoshop, say if you're changing this, is right here. That is, click the B, and then there you go. This scale right here is this scale right here, and this is the metallicness. So I want it in between 0.7 and 0.8, so that's going to be 75. So I'm going to change the red in the car to 75, and that's this grayish color. That is it. And you're going to do the same thing for the metallic for the rest of the colors. So chrome is always going to be this white, so I'm going to make this white, which is 100. Matte is the total opposite. Matte is black on that color scale, so I'm gonna make this black because that is gonna be matte. For the decals I usually do right in the middle, so that is going to be 50. So just change this percentage to 50, and that's 50%. And boom, your red metallic channel is now done. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Forgot one more thing actually. Base paint should be the main color, which is going to be metallic. So an easy way to do this is copy the layer style for metallic and paste it on base paint. And that is pretty much how you get the base paint to be metallic. Now what you're going to do, decals all the way down to your last paint layer. Select it, duplicate it, and drop it into the roughness. Now we're going to be taking a look at the roughness channel. Again, make sure the parts are on the top. And then now we're going to be looking at the roughness. So scrolling down to the roughness here. Again, these images are pretty useful. So you can see different objects that have a metallic look to them and the roughness of them. So let's look at one of them at a time. I'm going to be doing the metallic red first that we want to be metallic color. So we already know that we made it a 1 or in between here. So it's going to be metallic, more on the metallic side. And then now we're going to pick on how we want it to look. So I'm going to go with this one right here. So that is 10% in Photoshop. So I'm going to go to color overlay and change this to 10%. Then chrome, we obviously want that fully metallic. So that's going to be 0. So that's going to be basically fully black. And then matte, this is non-metallic, so I'm going to make this 1 because we do not want that metallic at all. So that can be 100. And then for the base paint, like I said before, same thing as your base paint was the metallic. So I'm going to copy, paste on the base paint. And that is pretty much it. I'm turning off this alpha channel because I don't think this is needed. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That is how you do the spec maps. And then now we can take a look at this, save as copy, Targa. For spec maps, you're going to be saving it as car underscore spec underscore car name. Save, okay. And then now let's take a look at this Miata. So as you can see here, the colors have definitely changed a lot. And it looks a lot cooler. You have metallic in it. So yeah, there it is. You can mess around with this using this chart right here and figure out the metallicness, the non-metallicness. Just mess around with this, I'm telling you. Just fool around with different things and find out what you like. I usually like something like this, metallic and having matte. And that is pretty much it. And you can see this decal is a little bit faded, so make it more matte. Make it more of a matte color, and that'll definitely make the white pop out more, as metallic makes the colors a little bit darker. But that is pretty much it. Hopefully I explained that to a good extent. I know when I first started learning this I was super confused, so hopefully that helped you a bit. It's all about fooling around with this. You can really figure out what works best for you. But that's just a basic tutorial on spec maps, and I did one on creating the paints, the decals and deliveries in the previous video, so make sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.